The brutal truth is that you can't learn it. There's so much. Society has become just a bunch of quick fixes. We want a pill for everything to solve our problems, our issues, our topics at work, at home, our weight, our mental, it's absolutely, if we can solve it in 10 seconds, we would rather take the pill than stay uncomfortable, which is understandable in a way because the brain loves and it thrives on being in conflict. Really enjoying being in a negative state of mind. It can try to save you. It wallows there. It has a lot of work and it knows it can solve your problems. Solve your problems. Because that's definitely a slash. Because it's a short-term solution and it just brings you more into the fear zone. And you might ask, but Annette, I'm not fearful. Well, there's a lot of things that we don't think that is in the subconscious. And that's where the fear is. Worrying about tomorrow, worrying about that you're not getting enough love, worrying about how people treat you, your triggers, how you react, etc. It goes on, and it's all based on fear, even control. So something, quick fix cannot solve this. So it doesn't help if you go to a retreat, self-development retreat, or read self-help books, or go to these inspirational talks. Whatever you try to do, it will be very short term. You might be amazing and feel enthusiastic and inspired for maybe 2-3 months, but then you will go back to the normal you, because that's what the brain has been taught to do. Keep you safe, come back to me, come back to normal, I will save you. And the more it tries to save you, the brain, the more you go into fear. And that is the problem, because we are going into a new part of industrial world, which is going to, we don't even comprehend how different it's going to be. Our economy system is going to be different. AI, technology, everything. We do not have a clue how this is going to look like. Not even the people who created the technology and AI, they are fearful of the future. That doesn't mean it serves a lot of purposes, but if we're not aware of how our mind works, we will let it override because it's a quick fix. Somebody else has the answer for us. It's a quick fix. So if you don't dare to turn around those heavy rocks and stones and mountains to figure out what is beneath there, you are going to lose. You are going to be the herd that didn't dare to choose to figure out who you are and how your brain works and what is your pattern, what is your triggers, what is your voice that I keep coming back to all the time. And why I do, are you going to be so literally bored of me? Because it's going to go on repeat totally for every post I do, because it's that important. You might think that, Annette, you're exaggerating. I mean, why are you going this direction? Come on, it's not that dangerous. Yes, it is. And the most dangerous part about it is that we are saying no to our creative brain, our imagination, our curiosity, everything that makes our brain literally thrive. All the information is borrowed from somebody else. And that will exhaust you. It will make you bored at any point, at a certain point. For sure, because it's somebody else's information. And your body speaks its own language, no matter if you want to follow or not. And it says, I'm a little bored of that voice. I'm a little bored of that information. Oh, I know there's something else in there. But if you're not listening, you will exceed on all kind of stimuli. For sure. And you don't have to take my word for it. Go into research, neuroscience, how the brain works, what's happening to humanity according to psychologists, psychiatrists. What is our downfall? I mean, nobody can say for sure, but if we don't grab and figure out our own fear and start using our creative mind, we're lost cases. It will take some time, for some shorter, for others longer, but it will be our downfall. That is going to be the war that we're not going to win if we don't choose to go the hard way. And you know as well as me, because I'm sure you read a lot of self-help books, listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to all these inspirational talks, and they all say the same. Behind the struggles and the obstacles and hardships and hard times, if you manage to go through that and really dive into it, on the other side is your new you, your gold, your new chip, reprogrammed, reinvented, that will take you forward, not into boredom, but into this uniqueness that will be your new life. Not based on somebody else's information. But yes, you do have to do the hard work. Yes, you do have to dare to go into the uncomfortable. And yes, your mind is going to say, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I want to keep you safe. And it will continue. So you have to learn how to trick it, to go outside it, so it doesn't follow you, because it will try literally everything to keep you away from having hardship. But we all know life wasn't meant to be this easy peasy, happy-go-lucky, love is in the air. We know that love, this, how do you call it in English? This newborn love that is honeymoon phase, that is only there for a year or 2 years, or maybe you make it last longer. But, everyday life will come. Life will happen. And you will have to choose if you want to fight or not. And if you don't fight, you will, whatever that fighting is, of course, you need a partner to fight with that is on board. But if not, you're going to lose that battle. And the same in business. If you don't decide that this is going to be me, I'm going to make this thrive, I want to make this amount of money, I want to change the world in this way, you're not going to succeed. Because you have to start to learn to enjoy the obstacles. You have to start to learn to enjoy finding solutions. And that downfall is not a death sentence. It's actually just telling you that you need to twerk it a little bit to find the answer in a different way. So, this is your life. This is not my life. I do all the shitty work. And yes, it's shitty. And sometimes it's so dirty and it's so horrible. I feel like, oh, do I literally have to do this? But I know, as well as I'm sitting here now, that on the other side, that's where I thrive. That's where I get peace. That's where I enjoy myself. That's where I love. And foremost, I love myself. So I have the capacity to love somebody else without going into all forms of old triggers or codependence. Love is just there. The same if I go into business, which I worked all my life for myself. I go there not being codependent, but choosing to solve. Nobody has to deliver anything to me. I have to fix this myself. I have to create it. And it's about the creation. It's not even about the outcome. And I've written so many books that I know that it's not about how many books I sell. It's about the travel, creating that book and what comes out of it. And if it sells, of course, that's a beautiful bonus. If it doesn't, that's my goal. That's my value. So, and the same with the courses I made. I made so many courses on this topic, and it is vital to make everyone, including myself, understand that it's all about the effort and the work and the persistence and the presence and the awareness of where you take yourself next. That is the essence. Because if you choose yourself, you have chosen beyond most other people. And you've chosen beyond quick fixes. You know that there isn't just a short-term fix. You need to dive into the bodily information, to the library where everything is stored, just waiting to be ripped up, open by a trigger or somebody trying to get at you, and you are gone. Again, back to your old patterns, your old belief system, your old mindset, the same people, the same information, and there goes the hamster wheel. And it goes. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop with you trying to manifest it. It doesn't stop you to think your way to it. It doesn't stop in any way. You need to dive into your why. Why is this like this? Why is my patterns like that? Why do I have these triggers? Why? It doesn't mean that you're supposed to believe in the story of how it happened. No, because that will victimize you. But you will dive into the mud and you will pick it apart, untangle every single weed that is in there so you can get your answers and get back your juicy, amazing, incredible information. That's what it is about. That's what you need to choose, not choose the quick fix. That's the brutal truth.